Hello, friends. Trust you are all fine. Today, we shall talk about thoughts. On an average, we have around 50,000 different thoughts a day. Thinking is an important part of our life, but knowing how to control and quiet our thoughts is also important in preventing stress and mental exhaustion. Knowing how to quiet our mind is a valuable part of our healthy and happy life. Let's learn more about this from Lord Gautam Buddha. Once Buddha was traveling with his disciples. They happened to pass a lake. It was a hot day, and Buddha, along with his disciples, stopped to rest. After all settled down, one of his disciples asked Lord Buddha, "How can we calm our mind when we have disturbing thoughts?" Lord Buddha did not reply to his question, but said to him, "I am feeling thirsty. Can you bring some water for me from that lake?" When the disciple reached the lake, he noticed that the water had become very muddy, since a bullock cart had just crossed the lake. Finding the water unfit for consumption, he walked back and requested Buddha if they could move to the next available water body. Buddha told the disciple to take some rest and asked him to get water from the same lake in an hour. The disciple obediently went back after an hour. This time too he found that the water was still muddy, but not as much as it was earlier. Buddha asked him to wait for some time and then go back to the lake to get water. The third time, when the disciple went, he found that the mud had settled down and the water was clear enough to be used for drinking. He collected some water in a pot and gave it to Buddha. Buddha looked at the water and said, "How did you solve the challenge of cleaning the muddy water?" The disciple said, "I did nothing. The mud settled down on its own." Lord Buddha then replied that this is the answer to your question which you had asked me. As with time, the mud settled down on its own and you got clear water. Our mind also works in exactly the same way. A disturbed mind is as same as the muddy water. To solve the problem of a disturbed mind, you do nothing. You let it be. With time, the disturbances will settle down on its own and you will get clear and calm mind. The process of calming the mind is effortless. This small story has a lot of learnings that can solve a great degree of challenges that we face in our lives. Every mind has thoughts. It is natural and normal for the mind to be disturbed due to the regular episodes of life. When a mind is disturbed, it doesn't bring effective and great ideas and we become restless. In any disturbed state, just allow the mind to settle down by itself. When we find our mind disturbed, it's not a good idea to react instantly or impulsively. Reacting to a disturbed mind is like throwing stones in muddy waters. It muddies the water even more. Like the muddy water gets clear with time, even the most disturbed mind can return to a calm state with time. A disturbed mind is never the real problem. The real challenge is to show patience long enough for the thoughts and disturbances to settle down and the mind to get clear. We cannot see the bottom of a lake if the water is muddy, but once the mud settles down, we can see the bottom. The mind is like a lake, and non-stop thoughts are like the mud. Only when the mind becomes quiet, we can see deep inside, think clearly, arrive to correct conclusions, and make the right choices. When thoughts run non-stop in our mind, they constantly pull our attention here and there, never allowing us to look deeper. But when the mind quiets, it is different. Since there are no distracting thoughts to pull our attention away, it is only when our mind is quiet that we enjoy inner peace and discover a world of calmness, happiness, power, and peace of mind. Hope you liked this message. I appreciate your wonderful messages, feedbacks, likes, and comments. Your messages and feedbacks encourage me to make more videos. Thanks for watching. Thank you.